Wow, what an amazing job you did in this. I was wondering, Liz, when you got this script, did you have a kind of hard reaction to it?
Oh, no, not a hard reaction at all. I would have agreed to do the script not even having seen it, with a chance to work with Mr. Zemeckis and Mr. Washington. I'm that eager to work with that kind of experience and talent. So I was happy to join. They said, well, maybe you should read the script first, and I did, and I saw very clearly that, in fact, where some might think, oh, what a small bit he's asking, I, in fact, saw what a huge portion he was serving me and asking me to sort of close the story for him, in a way that if the scene didn't work, the film might not work. So I took the responsibility very happily and seriously.
Yeah, it's an integral role, and it's a very intense scene that you have there with Denzel. What kind of preparation, or is there any, to even learn the jargon and all the airline stuff? And
That's the preparation right there, is learning a language that I'm not familiar with, learning a script that repeats itself. She sort of asks the same question in more than one way. So it goes back to things, starts on something, and there's an order to it that really matters. There's a succinctness about the dialogue that really matters. And I did find that the better I understood what she was talking about in terms of the elevator and the lift and the pin and all the rest of it, which I can't remember anymore. But at the time I knew that I understood it, or else I couldn't. So that was definitely the homework for Ellen Block. And then there was a lovely other added thing that because her name is so included before you see her, there was a lot of that sort of preparation of who she might be is kind of left to the audience's imagination of who she might be until she shows up, and then, oh well, all she's looking for is the truth.
Exactly. And going one-on-one with Denzel, and what was it like
fabulous.
To work with him?
A joy, a pleasure. When it works, it just works, and that kind of work is easy when you're looking across at somebody who is in their character, in the moment with you, picking up on what you're throwing out there and throwing something back at you every moment. It was delightful.
I'm sure. Well, congratulations to you on your Oscar. You were so good in The Fighter. And, I'm wondering, I'm looking back and go, was there a movie when you were growing up, or an actor, something that made you watch or see and go, God, this is what I want to do for my living?
No, it's more obscure than that. There's a man by the name of Peter Schumann who, through the 60s and 70s, had the Bread and Puppet Theater. It actually still goes on today. Disarmament rallies, peace rallies, that kind of thing, and they tour Europe regularly. The Bread and Puppet Theater, and being able as a very small child to pretend with Peter and his puppets and all the other puppeteers, that's what got me interested in the life of pretending the truth.
Do you find it more of a pressure when you have to play somebody who's based on real life? We're going to see you playing Mamie Eisenhower. Wow, what's that like, really?
Well, playing Alice Ward, I could not have done in the way that I did it without having had the time with Alice herself that I had. Without a doubt, Alice and all of her family. Mamie is no longer with us, and I wouldn't have had that opportunity, but I did meet her granddaughter and her great-great-granddaughter. Her great-great-granddaughter. A lovely young girl at 14 years old. And so there was information there. It's also what Lee Daniels wanted of his Mamie Eisenhower, is much more through Forrest Whitaker's eyes, and so perhaps not the things that are there in the textbooks about the Eisenhower, but other more subtle things that you can pick up by looking more closely at photographs that are clearly taken when she's not so aware of photographs are being taken, that kind of thing.
Look forward to that, and congratulations on this. You did a really very impactful job in this film.